Hiker Jay here. This week I'm going to be sharing a three-part series that is on my roof rack. I'm really excited to share this with you. Had it on there for about 3 weeks now, all the different parts. So this is going to be 3 videos, a video on the roof rack itself, on the Roam carry case, and then the 23-0 canopy, how they're all working for me. So this video is going to be focusing on the Roam 83-liter rugged cargo box that they have. This is their new slimmer one, and I was a little worried about this one, but I really have come to love it. Like always, all the products that I'll be talking about, the links will be down in the description down below. Now, something to consider about this one is that a lot of cargo boxes are like 12 inches high, so they're a lot higher. This one, you can only fit items in there that are about 5 inches thick or maybe 6 inches thick if it's crushable, and I thought that was going to be a problem when I was thinking like tents and different things like that, but everything fits perfect. So this is sort of my rooftop tent in a way, because it has everything I need to camp right there all the time. So tent, sleeping pads, sleeping bags, all that type of stuff to set up a little home, and it can just stay there and stay dry. So the first part of this video, I'm just going to talk about how I installed this, because I did some rubber stoppers and things because I had to drill it to hook it in like a lot of people do, but I was worried about it leaking, and I've had it in rain several times, and I have some footage that I'm going to show you where I checked to see if it was actually leaking up inside of it. So let's cut to the install video of this, and then I'll tell you my final thoughts on it after we do the install. Let's take all this out and we're going to install it on top of the Jeep. I'm basically just going to use some U-bolts that I got from Lowe's to run through it. I've got some rubber seal. I might even put some silicone because I definitely don't want it leaking. And I've got some larger washers because I really want this bad boy to stay up there and not go anywhere. The cool thing is I love this 511 bag, but this was all of our camping gear and we could just grab it and throw it in. Now the difference is I can just leave it up there and we're always ready for camping whenever we go. Now my goal is to actually use this bolt here, and it'll come up, and I want to get it as close to the backside here as possible so that it's not hitting a lot of gear. And there's an underlip, so that should work all right. I have been thinking with this underlip, I'm probably going to get a couple things I can just shove up in there, smaller items that will stay in there too. So because I feel like you're gonna put stuff here, but you miss all this space. So like put my fire gloves up underneath there, that type of stuff. But anyway, so I am marking these off right now so I know exactly where to drill, and then I'll get the other one and we'll get it drilled and worked out. All right, I've got my marks there. Oh, hate to drill into something, especially when it could leak so bad, but let's do it. That's happening now. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that I get the right distance on these, so that's why I didn't really mark it. But I want to make sure that it fits really nice. All right, we're going to call that good, because I really want a snug fit, so I don't want it to be just pushing in and out real easy. I want to be able to pound it in. So let's go do the other side. One thing I'm thinking is that I want to seal this. So I took the bracket that's going to go on the inside, cut a piece from this rubber gasket, drilled a couple holes in it, and my plan is to go, this is the bottom of the cabinet, put the rubber down, put this down, this will all come through, and then the bolt will push it down and hopefully seal it from any type of leaking that might happen. All right, I got the U-bolts through. They were tough to get through. I actually had to pound them. I put a board underneath them and then pounded them up through it because I drilled the holes so small, but I want that. I don't want a ton of holes. And then you can see I put the gasket and then screwed it on from there. So I'm hoping the gasket works. If not, I can still caulk all this or open it up and caulk it. But I sort of want to be able to take this off of here at any time. So I don't really want to caulk it. So I'm hoping that the gasket keeps them from leaking too bad. We'll see. I got to get some good rains, drive in it, and see what happens with it. But coming along. Got them all screwed in. Looking pretty good. Hopefully that will be watertight, and we'll see from there. Does not want to move. Wet night last night. Got to put the axe away, so I'm gonna see if we got any leaks in here. All right, let's see. Water running down the back area, but Let's get up in here and see what we got. Totally dry around that screw. Nice and dry there. Everything feels nice and dry. Check this one. Totally dry. Everything's dry. Not bad. I do have to remember when I open it up in the back, that water's gonna drip there, but the seal is really here. So I think that's gonna be perfectly fine. When it shuts, it's gonna keep that water out, but everything is nice and dry in here. Now for me, I just step up here on the tire and I'm gonna be able to open all of them and access everything here. I did mount this about 3 inches off, but it allows these to kind of sit on the top here so I don't lose them, so it's not too bad. It's a little hard to get your fingers in there to feed it to unlock it. One thing I really should share is the lock for this. You cannot get a standard master lock in here, so I have the smaller master lock. I'll put a link down below with the rest of the products so you can find this style, because this fits really nicely. All 3 can lock, which is pretty cool. I would like to see the locking loop sticking out a little bit bigger so you can do a little bit more of an industrial lock, but this one does the job, keeps people honest. I only do the center one, but you can lock all 3. Now, one thing I didn't say with the install is that it does have these loops that when it shuts, you could just strap it straight down to a cargo rack. You do not have to screw it in, but like, I'm pretty happy with this. Those rubber gaskets have kept everything nice and dry that it's been in here. I mean, this is a metal axe and it's like completely not rusted at all, so there's not getting any moisture in here. I thought I might put a moisture control little box in here for when it's really humid in the summer, but as you can see, I can fit a tent, bed rolls, bed mats, sleeping bags, and rain gear all up here in a hatchet, rope, different type of stuff. So I'm really happy with the 83 liter kind of slim profile of it. Like when you think of like a 12-inch, it would have been up to here, and that's just really high and break, you know, it's giving a lot of resistance in the wind. So I'm really happy with this. I was really worried about getting it because I wasn't sure it would fit everything, but it is 83 liters worth of gear, so everything's right on the top. Some people might say, okay, so the Roam's kind of expensive. Why aren't you just using like a gun case or whatever? But they've really thought this thing through. It is a rugged case. It has this upper lip and then the rubber gasket all the way around. So even when water runs off the back of it, it's not going to come inside because of this lip right here. It's going to stay out of it. It's got these gaskets, which are great because when you put it up, you can get to everything, and it's really awesome. Wind doesn't really blow it shut either. So these are amazing. Absolutely love these. Plus it also has these screw hooks, so you can get pouches that go onto here, molly type of hookup. I might actually figure out what the thread is on that and mount like the axe up there somehow. So that's pretty cool to have that option. And then ultimately it has 3 points on the here, and then 3 metal hinges on the back too, plus a couple of plastic. So this is not going to come apart. I really like it that it's not really going to shift, and that rubber seal is going to stay sealed and keep it all dry. You just have to remember with something like this that you don't have a lot of room. Like this is about what you have right here, a ridge rest type of style. Now this will crush in. You're not going to be able to put something that's really high or big up in here. But for me, this is everything I need to camp. So yeah, I don't have a rooftop tent, but my tent's in my rooftop, right? So I can pull all this out, but I can also just keep it nice and closed and sealed all up here all the time, ready to go. So when we go camping, because I either do solo where I'm just sleeping in the Jeep, and I did a whole walk around in my solo setup. I'll put the link up there so you can check it out. But I also take my son or two from time to time. So when he comes along, we can just crack this open. We can ground dwell like that, and it works pretty well. So let me know, what do you think about the Roam cargo box? Check it out. If you want to see the other videos too, I'll link them in here somewhere, as well as down in the description on the rack and the awning. The awning is awesome. It's something that I've dreamt about for the back of my Jeep for a long time, and 23-0 made my dreams come true. So check these out. Let me know in the comments what you think. Till next time, just remember, life's a hike, so hike happy, and make sure you take a really good setup cargo box with all your base camp gear. Till next time, take care.